Are you proud of that book, Rachel?
Yeah.
She likes it that she has her pictures in it.
You got your mama's picture in there too.
Yes, we sure have. We had the anniversary of her, the 11th anniversary of her death just a week or two ago.
Cynthia was her name.
Cynthia. For Cynthia, we were really at sea about what to do. Back then there wasn't as much help. That was 27 years ago when she was diagnosed. And there wasn't as much help then. There wasn't much research going on then. And we just made so many mistakes. We really did. And it was such a hard time because we really didn't know what we were doing. But we felt we learned a lot, so that when we had faced it with Rachel again, we felt we had made some progress, and we learned again from Rachel too. But then by the time Rachel had to be placed in care, those were behavioral issues at the time. I was just crushed and grieved over it. But I felt we had learned things, and that I knew how hard it is for people to care for a Huntington's patient. It is tough. It's tough for a whole family. It really is. You're so alone. You feel so alone. And so I felt like we could help some others. And so it was a long process. I went back through all of the records, the diaries we had kept, and grieved again about that, the mistakes we made, and how sad I was at her going into care. But it was good for me, though, to do that, to write and cry. And not all the time, didn't cry all the time, but but anyway, it was a good thing. And I felt that it could be of help to others. And we felt that God wanted us to do that. Our faith is very important to us. And we felt that He was urging us on and wanted us to do that in hopes that we could be of some help to other people in the same situation.
If there was one piece of advice that you could give to someone that was entering into a caregiving situation, what would that be?
Just love them. And of course, that's a very broad term, but just show them how much you love them, you care for them, even when they become difficult. Be patient and love them. Be kind and gentle with them, even when tempers can flare. Just try to back away a bit and be patient and loving, kind and gentle.
Sometimes this is a relationship for which there's no immediate payback. And that's what love is. Love loves unconditionally. It doesn't depend on emotional payback. It merely says, this is someone whom I love because of who she is to me, who she is to God. And therefore, there's a kind of freedom to love, as I say, without payback.
I think it's important too, and it shows love, to help them respect them as people, and to honor their dignity that they need to keep, and help them with that. Don't demean them in any way. Think of them as inferior.
This is one of those situations, it's sort of trite to say, well, before you judge somebody, walk in their shoes for a while. It's a profound experience to try to put yourself into the position of someone with HD. How in the world would we react to the knowledge that comes with it, that there's going to be continual deterioration, and that no cure has been found, even though we're hoping? That's another act of hope. There's research going on that has promise, and within the next 10 years, some people are predicting that a cure will be there. But in the meantime, you still have loved ones that need that love.
And trying to, yes, as Elton mentioned or referred to, try to understand also and have some empathy for what they're going through. We can get so tied up as caregivers in how hard it is for us. Well, it's really hard for them too. And sometimes it really helps to remember to just be understanding and give them a little slack because they're going through some tough times too.
And there's another practical reason for hope, and that is there are a lot of resources out there, social services, Social Security, disability, various things that people can take advantage of in their particular area, and to be made aware of those and to be given some brief pointers about how to get in touch with them. I think there's some people who might read the book who have not even made a start on taking advantage of those resources, and we want them to know about them.
Well, the book certainly does a good job of that, and does a good job of really bringing people to just a reality of what it is that they face, and hope on the other side of that reality. One thing I know that you mentioned in the book is just with regard to stepping away sometimes and bringing sort of about self-care.
Yes,
It's often very much about caring for the individual with HD, but I know one of the things that someone that's looking at this might be helpful for them is just the ability to step away and experience self-care a bit. Is Laquita or Elton, is that something that I don't know which of you would prefer to speak on that?
Well, in our present situation and the probability perhaps of Rachel's going back into an adult foster care home, we've got ambivalent feelings about that. We would much prefer to be able to continue to take care of her here at home, but we realize the limitations on our strength, and we realize that in the long run, if we don't see to ourselves, then we're not going to be there for her, and we have to accept that without feeling guilty that it's selfishness.
Well, I know your book looks at the ways you can get help from others and ultimately help from God. A beautiful story. Thank you for sharing your own story that we can look at as HD caregivers and just understand from a broader perspective. Ultimately, Rachel, know that you are strong, fierce, and fabulous, as your shirt says, and that we all love you.
Yes, we do.
She's a trooper.
Mm-hmm. Well, where can people find the book?
It's available through Amazon online. It's available in both ebook and paperback form. It's reasonably priced.
It's a quick read, pretty quick.
Yeah.
Most people go through, once they start it, they want to finish it and do it quickly.
Mm-hmm. I'll put the link down in the description, so if you're watching this video, just look down for the link wherever this is. There will be a link around that will connect directly to that book. So grab a copy, take some time, read through it, and I know Elton and Laquita would be happy to hear from you if you do.
Yes, indeed. We would like to talk personally to anyone who would like to do that.
And how would they find you?
You can email us. It's a short email, ehiggs, EHIGGS @umich, UMICH.edu. My old employer, the University of Michigan Dearborn, has allowed me to keep my email with them.
Perfect. I'll include that email in this video so people can see that.
And we'd be glad to talk by telephone, which is 517-612-2404.
Amazing. Well, thank you for making yourselves available, and what a wonderful, strong, and beautiful resource this is. So thank you again for the time, and bless you both.
Thank you, Stephen.
All three of you. Especially you, Rachel.
Love you.
Love you too.